Has the real estate market in South Florida crashed, or is it crashing? Now, if you listen to all the YouTubers out there, they'll tell you that, you know, it's the end of the world and we're going down to zero. I have a different opinion on what's going on. In this video, we're going to talk about it. Stay tuned. So if you don't know everything there is about what it's like to live, work, eat, sleep, and play in the Palm Beaches of South Florida, then this is a channel for you. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button because we're putting out new content every week and you don't want to miss out on that. If you need to get hold of us, you can reach out by phone, text, email. Heck, you can even send a message in a bottle because that works too. So if you're looking to buy or sell real estate in the Palm Beaches, or you just want to know what it's like to live here, you can get a hold of us by phone, shoot us a text, an email. Any way you want to get a hold of us, we got your back if you're thinking of moving to South Florida. All right, let's get to it. So I hear all these gurus out there, I guess a lot of them are self-proclaimed, that the market is crashing, don't buy now, you know, you're going to be sorry if you did. And the facts of the matter is the market like it was a year ago? No. Last year at this time, it was really euphoric. Interest rates were, you know, almost a third of what they are now, or half anyways. People were buying things sight unseen, no inspections. Money was cheap and everything had a bidding wars on it. But I can tell you right now that people are actually still buying and selling real estate in South Florida. I actually sold 3 properties in the month of January. Now, it was slow in November and October because people were kind of in shock. You know, interest rates had climbed so quickly that people were almost in shock over it. And it paralyzed the market. But even in the month of October, November, December, there were still people buying and selling real estate. Just like there is right now. There's still people out there buying and selling real estate. There's people down here on vacation. I'll show you right there. There's the Marriott right there. The Ritz is down there. There's a Tierra. There, you know, people are down here. There's the Hilton. People are still down here, and this is late in the day. People are still out. They're on vacation down there. They're coming down here to have a good time. You know, they love Florida. So people are always going to be buying and selling real estate in South Florida. So if we look at the figures, half as far as closed volume from last year at this time. So also inventory, our inventory, we were running on like a 30-day supply of inventory, if that. Now, a lot of areas, if I just want to do the MLS in a whole, and that covers my whole area. I'm down here in the Palm Beaches. This goes all the way down to Broward, you know. So anyways, up here in Palm Beach County, Dade, Broward, it covers all of them, even Martin County. And our inventory is, we have about a 3-month supply right now. And are there more properties coming on the market? Yes, there are more properties coming on the market and they're not selling as quickly. So what is that going to do to prices? Well, it's really not a panic sale. I think there's some people that feel, hey, I missed the boat. I better get out there. I better get my property on the market. But I don't see panic or anything like that. A lot of these people have super low interest rates. I still have bidding wars on my properties. I use a very advanced strategy and I get multiple offers on my properties every time. I just had a property go under contract. I had 15 offers on it. I had another one with 20 offers on it. So that has more to do with asking price than anything and perceived value. But getting to, is the market crashed? No, the market has not crashed. Do I think it's going to? I think we hit a top. I think that we're heading down, we're trending down, and I don't believe that it's going to turn around and pick up again here in the next 3 months. I think it's going to just keep trending down, but not at, you know, 30% overnight. I believe we probably dropped about 10% since last year, maybe more. And I would say the peak was somewhere in April or May of last year, and I could tell that the market was softening back in July. But as I said, it's dropped off of what? Off of this euphoric peak. So the amount of properties that are for sale has gone up. Inventory is much higher than what it was. So what does that equate to? That means prices are eventually going to have to come down. And I even tell my sellers, it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what I think your house is worth. It matters what the market thinks, and the market will figure it out. But I don't see any type of a panic situation or anything like that, like we saw, 2007, 2008, during the crash. Some people might be in a panic, but maybe that's just their situation. But for the most part, you'll see a lot of people even take their house off the market. But there are a lot of people coming down here to South Florida. There's over 300,000 people that move to Florida. So supply and demand. When you have less supply and more demand, prices will either stay the same or they'll go up. The law of supply and demand does not, it's not like a good idea. It's an actual law. But people are still coming down here. They're still moving down here. And if you were thinking about moving down here, I would do it. Especially if it's a sideways move. Now, one thing I probably wouldn't do, if I was some brand new investor looking to get into the game, I'm gonna go buy my first investment property, I would not be doing that at this time. No, I would not. I would give it a little bit of time, at least a few months. But if I'm buying solely as my primary residence, I need a place to stay. I just sold my property up north, somewhere in New York or Chicago or wherever you might be, Atlanta, wherever. You're coming down here, you're making a sideways move. You want to live by the water, you always want to live down here, you enjoy the weather, you enjoy being in South Florida, then go ahead and do it. Don't let that hold you back. Because even if property values go down, obviously they go back up eventually. So I would not let all of the self-proclaimed gurus that are on YouTube telling everyone that it's the end of the world. Now, do I see the market going up from here? Probably not for a while. I see it going down more before it goes up. But I don't feel like there's this panic state where you're going to see 40% discounts in the price of properties. Could it happen? Sure. I don't see it happen where I'm at, not in Palm Beach County. No, I don't see it happen at all. Another thing people talk about too is empty buildings. And I've mentioned on my videos before, there's a lot of empty buildings. Well, look at where I'm at. So you have the Ritz-Carlton there on the end. You have the Tierra. You have a brand new development that's right there behind me that's going to go up. It's not even occupied yet. It's sold out. These condos sold from over $1 million up to like $2.5 million. Amrit. You have all these other buildings out here. And when you go out here at night, you'll say, man, where is everybody? Because you won't see any lights on. And a lot of them are empty. So my thing on that is there's people that have a lot of money that these are their second homes. And they might even come here once or twice a year only. Not everyone comes down here and stays for 6 months or stays here for a year. Now, my building is kind of unusual. I'd say during the entire year, there's at least 50% occupancy. And then after that, it gets up to probably 75% or 80%. There's a lot of people in my building, and maybe that's because it's more affordable. But a lot of these properties, these are $1 million, $2 million properties, and they're not occupying them all the time. But so just because they're not there doesn't mean there's any kind of problem or anything. It's just they probably have so much money that they don't really care. They're just parking money in their condo. So look at this one right here. Look at Amrit. And you can see it. There's actually two buildings. It's the shorter one in the middle. And they're not even giving occupancy yet, but they're just about ready to. It's almost done. And they've been working on that building for like over 3 years. So And there's another one that's going up right now that they've got probably, I don't know, they're probably 30 feet high on it. And that's Nautilus 220, and that's over in Lake Park. And that's gonna be a beautiful building. And those start out at like $1.2 million, and they're 60% sold out. So people are dumping money down here. Developers and builders and banks. I don't see this. I don't see this falling apart like a lot of people are saying online. So if that's the case, you know, you have businesses coming down here, an influx of people coming down here constantly. I don't see the market crashing like people are talking about on YouTube or on radio or TV. I don't see that. Has it slowed down? Yes. Has it softened? Are prices down? Yes. Inventory's up. So the key to that, and I'm not going to go into it, you can sell any house in any market, and most of that has to do with price. So if people perceive value, they're going to make offers. Real estate's very simple. The people that are sitting there, they're always overpriced. Always. Because whatever the market's doing, if you're priced right or below market, your house is going to sell before all your neighbors. I guarantee it. And that's 30 years of experience, and I know this. Now be sure and hit the like and subscribe button, because we're putting out new content every week. Go ahead and ring that bell down below. And if you need to get a hold of us, you can reach out by phone or text or shoot me an email. And if you just want to have a conversation about what it's like to live down here, what the market's like, I'll give you my personal opinion and my advice.